In the ever-changing landscape of space exploration, Elon Musk, the visionary entrepreneur and SpaceX founder, has recently provided intriguing glimpses into the anticipated evolution of the SpaceX Starship. Musk envisions a next-generation Starship featuring substantial upgrades, including larger propellant tanks, reduced dry mass, and heightened reliability. Are we on the verge of a transformative era in space travel? What revolutionary possibilities might unfold with this advanced spacecraft, propelling the future of interstellar exploration? As the enthusiasm for humanity's celestial odyssey intensifies, Musk's enigmatic disclosures add an extra layer of anticipation to SpaceX's unfolding cosmic narrative. On November 18, the SpaceX's Starship rocket, a towering steel giant standing over 120 meters tall and hailed as the largest and most potent rocket ever crafted, embarked on a journey over the South Texas coast. Nevertheless, the mission concluded with the rocket exploding in space at an approximate altitude of 148 kilometers over the Gulf of Mexico. Despite the explosive denouement, SpaceX labels the flight a triumph, asserting that it surpassed milestones set during the rocket's initial test flight in April, which terminated in self-destruction at an altitude of 39 kilometers. In this recent mission, Starship's upper stage ignited less than 3 minutes after launch and separated while some of the booster's engines were still active, achieving hot staging, an impressive milestone. Following the separation, the booster altered its course and experienced an explosion characterized by the company as a rapid, unscheduled disassembly. Subsequently, as the upper stage prepared to coast in space around Earth, an automated safety system initiated the destruction of the vehicle after detecting an anomaly. While the explosion marked the conclusion of the mission, SpaceX views the test as invaluable progress, pushing the boundaries of Starship's capabilities and informing future enhancements. Upon completing the lights wiring on the Gateway to Mars sign, workers tested them along the line of letters at the chopsticks. Another potential walkway framing section was integrated into Mechazilla arm, while the demolition of the roadside storage shed advanced from interconnecting pi to U-shaped steel structure element. Window installation continued on Megabay 2, with crews placing the final full-size window panel. As SpaceX approaches the next integrated flight test of Starship, significant upgrades to the orbital tank farm are underway, and Booster 10 nears completion. Elon Musk has also shared intriguing insights into the future of Starship. The Sanchez site is undergoing significant changes, with observed rebar cages for new piling signaling structural completion. Additionally, a distinctive three-legged white steel structure near the engine installation stand raises questions about its purpose, potentially serving as an access platform for newsstands. Other developments include the early installation of windows in the new Megabay, a departure from the construction timeline of the first Megabay at the launch site. Progress continues with new walls and a gate, and crews painting the wall adorned with the Gateway to Mars sign. A mysterious piece of hardware, potentially part of a new walkway for worker access, was lifted onto one of the chopstick arms. Simultaneously, crews began demolishing a storage building that had sustained damage in previous flight tests, making way for new developments. The demolition of the roadside storage building at the launch site is also progressing, clearing the path for future initiatives. A significant milestone unfolded as a new hot stage ring was affixed to one of the Megabay bridge cranes, then hoisted onto Booster 10 at the engine installation stand, inching the booster closer to its eventual journey to the launch mount. Ongoing developments at Starbase intensify anticipation for SpaceX's imminent milestones. Ship 33's mid-lock section transitioned to the scrapyard, and Elon Musk revealed Ship 32 would mark the conclusion of version 1 of Starship, paving the way for version 2 boasting larger propellant tanks, reduced dry mass, and enhanced reliability. Booster 10, lifted from the engine installation stand, found its place on the new transport ring within the building. Meanwhile, at Massey, metal studs adorned the office section of the new structure, while glaziers advanced window installation on Megabay 2. These windows distinguish themselves by their height, surpassing those in High Bay or Megabay 1, featuring 2 glass panes in each panel. At Cape Canaveral, SpaceX unveiled their next Falcon Heavy rocket at Launch Complex 39AA, prepping for the United States Servicemen's Fund 52 mission static fire test. Supporting booster recovery for Starlink Group 633, Tug Crosby skipper Toad just read the instructions to sea. Falcon 9 booster 1078 completed its sixth mission from Space Launch Complex 4, deploying 23 Starlink V2 Minis to low Earth orbit. Adjacent to the D2 gate, a structure was dismantled, clearing space along Highway 4. At the orbital tank farm, workers welded one of the feet on the new tanks, emphasizing the scale of the tank farm at the Star Factory. Progress on expanding the roof, with a focus on completing taller sections, underscores the ongoing effort to operationalize the area. Booster 10, secured on the new transport stand, was rolled out of Mega Bay 1 and moved to the Rocket Garden, serving as a temporary location, while SpaceX prepared the launch mount for testing. Crews removed barriers and fencing around the next phase of the Star Factory, providing a glimpse of ongoing work. Starlink ground stations were spotted near the Sanchez site. Additionally, an intriguing steel delivery, more substantial than earlier constructions, was observed at the next phase of the Star Factory expansion. Falcon 9 booster 1062 completed its dockside processing and was moved to the transporter for its return to SpaceX refurbishment facilities at Roberts Road. DOE, the recovery vessel, returned to port with both fairing halves recovered from the Starlink Group 631 mission. The Dragon recovery vessel Shannon set sail from Port Canaveral to Tampa Bay in preparation for the upcoming return of the CRS-29 mission. A static fire test of SpaceX's Falcon Heavy rocket at Launch Complex 39A was successfully conducted, ensuring readiness for its next launch. In the Cape flyover update, Greg Scott and Phil Mohan provided insights into ongoing activities at Launch Complex 39B. Mobile Launcher 2 is undergoing post-refurbishment testing, with plans for the crawler to pick it up and return it to the vehicle assembly building for stacking operations for Artemis 2. Construction of the second mobile launcher, intended to support larger variants of NASA's Space Launch System, rocket, is progressing just outside the vehicle assembly building. Blue Origin's new dockside crane at Launch Complex 39A was seen installing a ring with clamps onto their steel structure. This fixture facilitates the placement of returning New Glenn boosters. SpaceX launched a Starlink mission from Complex 40, followed by booster recovery operations for the Starlink Group 634 mission. Preparations for a Falcon Heavy launch are underway, with the Starship Tower at Complex 40 awaiting action. Man lifts around the new Crew Access Tower, set to support a Dragon launch, prompting questions about crewed launch redundancy and potential influence on Starship infrastructure at 39A. At SpaceX's Roberts Road facility, activity centers around prefabricated tower sections, with most hardware shipped to Starbase, indicating progress. Crews work on the bolting area, likely for a sea voyage to Texas. Similar activity is noted around the Chopsticks and QD arm, sparking speculation about their journey to Texas. The QD arm's purpose and destination are uncertain, and tanks at Roberts Road, part of the Artemis program, await their final deployment. SpaceX's Starship aims for the Artemis 3 mission, potentially launching a human presence on the Moon by 2025 or 2026. This collaboration with NASA signifies a major leap in space exploration, laying the groundwork for sustained lunar presence and future missions to Mars.